Come on. Hey, Facebook. Welcome back to Mind Your Business on Support District Radio. I'm your host, Shasta Broadus, and we do have a guest today, Mark Warlick. Come on. The real estate recycler, as he calls himself. And he just actually joined Connect the Dots, so we want to welcome him to the platform. He's learned how to use social media. We get him set up. This is his first time doing Facebook Live, so, we're here to keep on pushing, get his business out there, help to support, promote entrepreneurship. So say what's up, Mark.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing?
Out there in the podcast world.
Absolutely.
You guys can download the Support District Radio app and to tune in to Mind Your Business every Tuesday. Supposed to start at 10, but most times we don't have a guest coming on until about 10:30. So I always keep you guys up to date on what's happening. But we're going to talk to Mark today about his business. Like I said, he's the real estate recycler. He finds properties. He has bird dogs out there finding them properties. So tell him what you do, Mark.
Okay, so I call it real estate recycling because I generally take those distressed, ugly properties and in one form or another turn them into nice homes for people to live in. So essentially, I call it an ecosystem where I've got a whole host of investors, flippers, people who buy, hold, and rent. As you said, bird dogs, but people out there who are always looking for properties for me. Of course, I do my own looking for properties, and we bring these ugly, these neighborhood eyesores into my ecosystem and farm them out to investors who are going to turn them into some really, really nice homes.
So how did you get into that business?
That's a good question. Well,
how did you start that?
Well, you know what? What it was is that I bought my first house 4 months out of college.
Oh, wow.
And, since that time, I had always had properties in one form or another. So I started out as a landlord, and I was landlording for quite a while, and then I started flipping, and then that 2008, 2009 bubble hit and, completely wiped me out. And, getting back on my feet, I was like, okay, I don't want a landlord because I don't want to be knocking on people's doors asking for rent every month. And I don't want to flip because I recognize what the risks were in flipping. So I wanted to get smart and find another way of doing real estate because I've always enjoyed doing real estate.
So for the people who don't know about flipping and those types of things, can you tell us the differentiating factors?
Okay, so landlording is basically you're the landlord. People are paying their rent to you. As a landlord, you're the guy that gets the phone call that says my toilet is stopped up, or I can't pay my rent till the 15th, or whatever that is. I don't want to be in that business anymore. The flippers are the ones that buy the properties at a discount, fix them up, and resell them to people, resell them at a profit. That's basically what it is.
Okay. And then what you do,
that's
different from those two things, right?
Yeah. What I do is I'm actually bringing those properties to either the flippers or to the landlords. So, for example, I have a lot of my flippers are dealing with 10, 15, even 20 properties simultaneously. So they don't have time to go out and talk to owners about one property. Okay. They just don't have the time. So basically I'm out there talking to owners, getting properties under contract, and then selling that contract to flippers or to the landlords.
So you're like the middleman now.
I am the ultimate.
Okay, so you got into that business basically by...
Great question. I spent probably a good year and a half just going to real estate investor meetings here in Phoenix. And I was just trying to get smart. I wasn't sure what it was I was looking for, but I knew what I didn't want to do. And literally, I answered a Craigslist ad. And a guy called me, I hooked up with a couple guys. They taught me the business. I think that first year I did something like 18 deals with these guys, made them the most money they had ever made.
Wow. And so there's some money to be made over there.
I don't know how much they made. I know how much I made. and at my height, I was getting, close to a third of the deal at my height, and I'm like, well, I'm doing all this. I could get 100% of the deal. So the following year, I did. I struck out on my own, and the second year I did 33 deals all on my own. And then the third year, which was last year, I did somewhere around 25. I have to look at my spreadsheet.
Willing and dealing?
Exactly. But the key about last year, even though I did fewer deals, I increased my income by like 50% last year. So last year was a really good year. Now this year, and this year's going to be ridiculous.
So for someone who is looking for, a business opportunity, so to speak, and they're looking to get into something, they're not quite sure. Maybe they want to do real estate, but they don't know if they get their license. Do you have your license? Real estate license?
No, because technically I'm an investor.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm an investor. So, no license is required to be an investor.
Nice. So you don't have to deal with all the red tape.
Exactly.
Okay. So this is good for someone who doesn't necessarily want to get licensed. Do you have to have some upfront money to get started?
That's even the better part about it. As a wholesaler, which is what I am, what you are risking, you're not risking any money, you're risking your effort. So you're out there in the streets, you're knocking on doors. Like you've seen those bandit signs, I buy houses for cash. Those tend to be very, very effective, although I've never used those. Mm-hmm. I do know that those are quite effective. People call up and say, hey, I've got this boarded up house in South Phoenix, and what can you give me for it? Or I'm about to go through foreclosure. How can you help me? Those kinds of things.
Okay. So for everybody that's listening in and tuning in to Mind Your Business today, if you have any houses that have any liens on them, property tax issues, those are the types of things that you take over to help people with?
Bank foreclosures, tax foreclosures, HOA foreclosures. HOAs, condos are now being foreclosed at a highest rate ever here in Phoenix, condos and townhouses. So all of those kinds of situations I can help out with.
And basically, if you are able to take it over and sell it for them, do they get a percentage or?
Well, I always negotiate. It's always I tell them how much money I'll be able to net them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
So anybody that's looking for any opportunities, that have any houses that they don't know what to do with, basically you're the person that they need to contact.
Yeah. Everybody has, grandma or auntie's house that's just sitting there not doing anything, or some renter that, is ready. You're tired of renting out. Bring it to me, and I'm sure I'll be able to do something for you.
Nice. Well, you guys, this is Mark Warlick, the real estate recycler. We're on Mind Your Business. Support District Radio. You know me, Shasta Broadus. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday. We're going to take a small break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about Mark joining the Connect the Dots network, how he's going to be beneficial to the platform, how we're going to help each other by cross-promoting, supporting, and empowering each other through entrepreneurship, to practice group economics, and also build some great relationships. So stay tuned. We'll be back.